We all have seen movie trailers. They're designed to hype up the audience whether it's bad or not. But have you seen a trailer that is just like this? That trailer you saw was called Slavemen, a story about a filmmaker that one day gets a mask which has special powers to go back in time by filming the god of death who handles all destinies. A simple filmmaker changes his destiny and tries to save his crush. If that doesn't convince you to watch the movie, then I don't know what to tell you. You're a lost cause. Spoilers, this is your last warning. The intro starts with two guys in the car while one of them is holding a mask, waiting for two hooded figures to show up and finishing the job. Then it transitions into a woman's eye while the main character is kicking ass. Now in the present day, our main protagonist, Yuto Sakurai from Den-O, is filming while monologuing about searching for pussy.
僕は求めているまだ見ぬ恋人の姿を
And the woman reveals to be a man named Date from O's. While mopping the floor, Takeshin Homura from that one episode in 01 thought Yuto committed suicide because how much of a loser he was. Yuto, while being a man, accidentally slipped up, pissing off Takeshin. And after they ran off, we get a bit of foreshadowing. Yuto contemplating how much he fails at life and was going to destroy the camera until woman shows up. After that event, he starts to filming that woman because he felt in love with her until he gets bullied by the same people he ran away from. At night time, Yuto again contemplating how miserable his life is, while the sister calls him a narcissist. In response, he starts mentally breaking down, while she responded by calling him a virgin. In broad daylight, Yuto decides to grow some balls and start a conversation to the same woman he filmed her.
ティッシュですか?
After that, we see the hooded figure's perspective on negotiating with Daisuke Okubo from Ryuki, aka the chairman.
うちのおかん、そこのエロ会長の愛人だったって聞いたんすけど、実際どうなんすか?
Moving forward, they claim this mask can bend reality for a discount of 4 billion yen, which sounds much until you realize Japanese currency is dog shit. They of course don't believe it, so the brother wears that mask, plans to erase the chairman, and spawns katanas. Budget is so amazing you can see this man getting impaled in 4K. Also Date shows up so he can die. Then we get this cool action scene of the masked guy killing innocent women while having a piss filter like a new Deus Ex Vegas. After Yuto getting slashed by a Japanese sword, he noticed the same woman from the bridge and the cameraman shows up to take photos. However, Yuto does the pro gamer move by going up front, getting stabbed so he can grab the mask and do a flip. Look at this design, the trench coat, the helmet, it's perfect. If you look at the modern Kamen Rider designs, they all look ugly, bland, and uninspired. While the Slavemen design, they freaking nailed it, just like the Kiva suit. Continuing on, female Jarvis explains how the camera, which is the watch in his wrist, has the ability to erase people known as kings. And by scanning the king's face for 5 seconds, he can make anyone disappear from reality. Also, while wearing the slave head, if Yuto gets angrier, the more powerful he becomes. Just look at how strong he is when punching the king in the nuts. After scanning and erasing the king, the slave head changed Yuto's destiny and became a photographer. We also get a bit of character development where he went from pussy-whooped bitch to a giga chad.
映像に大切なのは感情のアクシデントさ。
Amazing. Meanwhile, the same cameraman decided to take photos of a newcomer, the woman from the bridge named Ayano. At first, Yuto was annoyed. However, the moment the cameraman touched her shoulder, he already wants to erase the guy from existence. Now, I know this may sound like an incel story, but trust me bro, it'll make sense later. While scanning, the king does the unthinkable. He covers his face with a hand, resulting of a failed scan. And if Yuto fails twice, his destiny will change him in the worst way possible.
私こういう人が一番嫌い。ねえ、ジュース買ってきて。
Very tragic, I must say. Then we get this awesome fight scene. Scanning complete, and yet again, the slave head changed Yuto's destiny, but this time, the cameraman is no longer taking photos, and is now a cleaner, the same fate Yuto was. Even though Yuto won, he couldn't see Ayano. He finds life pointless where she doesn't exist, until she shows up. They then walk in the middle of the street. Yuto asks if he could film her rather than taking photos. He also wants to know more about Ayano while being very close up to her face. Ayano then explains how her life was miserable. Her dad hit her, brother went to jail from assault, and she was like, "You want to record my horrible destiny?" And he's like, "Bro, I just want to make you look beautiful on film. What the hell is wrong with you?" And she was like, "Wow, he's thinking about women being beautiful. Men are so selfish." And she fucks off. The next day, Ayano decides to talk to Takeshin to become one of his exclusive models and take photos. Only one problem, he touched her shoulder. Yuto, thinking about erasing him, gets interrupted by the three hooded figures. One of them suggested they should do it for him. In return, Yuto gives up his power. Very smart, I must say. However, the brother tried to get his power back by force, but fails horribly. Yuto is so amazing that while running away, he dodges those bullets like Neo from the Matrix. While chasing, his sister shows up because Yuto with his high wisdom left his slave head in the apartment. By planning to change his destiny, I'm so sick of tired to say that. Planning to kick both of his asses, he noticed both Ayano and Takeshin leaving while his sister taken as a hostage. Yuto has two choices. Proceed to follow or save his sister. Oh my god, he has both of his hands on her shoulder. Fuck that! Yuto, while fighting Takeshin, tried to scan him. However, Takeshin uses his hammer to block his own face. No matter how hard Yuto tries, Takeshin is very quick and precise. So after Yuto knocked his hammer, he would try to scan him again. However, Takeshin, being a very tenacious opponent, uses a ruler to block his face. But Yuto ain't giving up. He decides to jump onto him so the king can barely use his arms to block his face. And while the scanning was about to be complete, Yuto was distracted by the hooded figure threatening to release him or his sister gets killed. He also witnessed his own future if he fails again. Very dramatic. So rather than fighting the hooded figure, he decides to fight Takeshin again. Perhaps our protagonist is cooking something. After headbutting Takeshin, putting him into the ground, he then decides to quickly scan him. However, you guys already know the problem. His sister is still in trouble, but Yuto has to scan Takeshin. Then, the woman shows up to shoot him in the helmet. Perhaps she has low investment in fats. And if anything didn't get worse, he witnessed his sister getting shanked by a knife. Yuto, being in so much pain, decides to end this forever. even though she got stabbed in the shoulder. Reality has changed again. However, rather than his sister, she has been replaced by none other than Ayano. But how, you may ask? Moving forward, Takeshin explains Yuto on how this reality only exists along on your mental pain. In other words, this coffee cup right here, think of it as a space-time continuum where you can scan and go back in time. It breaks. You can reset the timeline, you can try fixing it, but no matter how hard you try, it's not gonna be exactly how it was. This is what happened when Yuto changed fate too many times. But there's a plot twist. Takeshin isn't the son of Daisuke. If anything, he got cucked by the BBC. He tries to cope with that, but it didn't matter. So he decided to erase him from existence with the slave head that he found by the side of the road. Also, the two bodyguards arrived. I can't pronounce her name. And Jane. And before you ask, why didn't I name her Jane rather than woman? That's because this is the only time we get a name drop her. Yeah. You suck. The next day, the cast are in a warehouse. We get character development that no one cares. The bad guys show up. Date holds the katana, yells everyone to leave, while the chairman does fuck all. Then Jane shows up, shoots one of them, and proceeds to miss every shot. While both Yuto and Ayano are running, they found a slave head and a camera lying on the boxes, and Yuto, in a heated moment, wants to film her. Meanwhile, Date gets cut by a very damaged katana. Like, what the fuck is this, Bleach? Etsu cuts Yuto's back while he's trying to film Ayano. I have no words, this is very emotional. While Yuto is doing his thing, Takeshin is in a pickle. His kind of not really father is about to completely erase him forever while not being able to try and simply move his head. But it didn't matter because Yuto saves him. While Yuto and are having an intensive fight, Daisuke plans to erase Ayano but fails by Takeshin. Wait, did the chairman just forget that Takeshin was untied for like one part? Is he stupid? Daisuke, being reasonably pissed off, scans Takeshin and he accepts his fate. Even though he could have just covered his face with one of his arms. I don't know why he didn't do that. Is he stupid? She tries to deliver the final blow. Yuto is taking that shit, while Ayano does jack fuck. He then overpowers her and tries to scan her Wait, that was her sister the whole fucking time?! Hey, so I did notice something while editing the video, that the main character did mention his sister. So yeah, that's just a stupid part on my end. Also, apologies for the mic quality, my PC's giving me issues. What the fuck?! And then time resets. Now in this new reality, Yuto and Ayano are having character development. However, you can see the cat in the background.
本来いたところ?
じゃあ
I don't know why I added it in the script. Then, something unbelievable happens. Ayano starts running from the roof and commits suicide.
待って、綾乃さんが突然飛び降りた。というか止まった。どういうこと？変だ。
変じゃないよ。実際の綾乃さんも飛び降りの自殺未遂で昏睡状態にあるからだ。
That's right, the whole story is fake. It was all within her head, a rent-free fantasy. You see, what really happens is, she did jump off the building and got into a coma. She had delusions from about an hour and 20 minutes, almost the entire length of this movie. But yeah, the slave head, the matrix bullets, the dialogue, it was all written by her fanfiction. And why, you may ask? Because she was a cleaner. It was me, Yuto. I was the loser who no one liked while you were the king. I was the one wanted to be filmed by you. You were out of my league. Literally the music. She even watched her own TV fanfiction and fell down in the exact same bridge. She was happy to see him. However, there's always a twist. Ayano got cocked. She can't even commit suicide properly. Both mind and body gave up, so she basically became a nobody. But she will die in despair. It becomes a darkness. However, fake Yuto Fuck. However, fake Yuta refused to give up. He won't let this end as just a dream. He is Slavemen, overcome the impossible by going back to the past. Literally. But no matter what, Ayano always tries to jump out of this roof. Then he realized what she wants to change. Herself. Then tells her that suicide is dumb, there's always room to be saved, and all you should do is live your life, or in simple terms just keep moving forward. He then scans her, mission complete. Fake Yuto's final request is for Ayano if he can just film her. She complies, finally happy that he got her to smile. They then count to 5, disappears, and she wakes up as nothing really happened. What an amazing journey. The drama, the violence, the acting, they were all perfected into oblivion. Slavemen is the definition of both story and concept being absurd, but if done right, you can do whatever the hell you want. Name one story where the whole movie is just a dream. Done right, you can't, because they all suck. Slavemen is available on YouTube. You can all have a watch party on Discord and enjoy the whole movie. I did my whole part of it. Now it's your job to watch it. Comment section for criticism and have a great day and night.